everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome back. We're going to be doing some trucking today. I love trucking. Trucking's my favorite. I honestly enjoy these streams so fucking much. Just like chilling, delivering shit, chatting. It's a great time. One of my favorite activities. Yeah, I hope you liked the little ambiance at the very beginning. I'll play through that loop again in a bit, actually, because it's kind of cool. I literally just made it on the spot while getting shit started tonight. We'll see if it stays. I might have better ideas in the future, but yeah, we'll get to that later. All right, let's get to it. Cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. Yeah. Hi. Hello, everyone. Oh, boy, we got a list. Hello, Limefox. Hello, Olivia. Hello, Sodi. Hello, Bhakti. Hello, Julia. Hello, May. Hello, Soblo. Hello, Ellie. Yeah, I think that's everyone. I think. I hope. I think I got everyone. We love beans. Beans for real. I'll quickly show off the thing that I was doing at the very beginning, actually. That's not going to be part of the VOD, so I might as well show it now. Because I don't really show the pre-stream stuff. What's the best way for me to show this off, actually? Ooh, I'm framey. I'm not dropping frames, according to my setup. Let me check dashboard. Ooh, yeah, that's terrible. One sec. I think I know what's up. There we go. So there's a funny quirk with my PNG Tuber software. Sometimes it's just low frame rate until I bring it back into main focus, and then it is perfectly fine, as if nothing was wrong in the first place. And I do not know why this happens. It just does. Let me boost my social posts again. Cool. We're good. We're good. Right. The thing I wanted to show off, of course. Yes. Let me grab that. Focus issue. I mean, basically. Cool. All right, here we are. So this is actually it's such a cheap method, but it totally works. It's a pulse stretched version of a very old like ambient song that I made a while back, and I did actually use as a loop for streams before doing our Melody Lives, which is pretty fun lore. But here it is. I might crank up the music a little bit just so you can hear it a little bit clearer. It's very cool. Let me actually pull up the original. The normal one sounds like this and is obviously like way shorter, but it's still a cool loop. It's just a simple little instrumental loop that makes heavy use of reverb delay and some sine waves. And a little distortion. I go like a little ice on distortion. I'll play through the full loop here because it is pretty neat. It does just double up or quadruple up, so don't worry about it. Not missing much. Yeah, it's a cool loop. I've been sitting on it for like actually years, and I've needed like another use for it. All realize I can turn this down a little bit now. Hi, Rin. Hello. Yeah, that's how that sounds. And basically what I did was I took this loop and I put what's called a, I don't know, is it like an algorithm specifically, but it's a thing called pulse stretch. Anyways, I've used it before. And it does cool stuff. It stretches it, but it has this very cool kind of granular synth quality to it is the best way I can describe it. Oh, hi, Lewis. Hello. It's very nice. It's very cool. I like it. I enjoy it. Back to music. Yeah, there we go. Oops, this playlist is not shuffled because every once in a while I do actually like listen to music recreationally on this system, and I've chosen to not loop stuff this much.
It's time to drink water.
It's time to drink water! You know the deal. If you got water... Well, let me try that again. If you got water with you, you should drink it, and if you don't have water, you should go get some because water's good for you. Was a great loop. Sounds like Outer Wild sun exploding. I guess so does an okay substitute. I get asked this every time. The answer is always no. You must have water. At least a little bit. Some water is good for you. Not too much water. If you have too much water, we call that drowning. And that's probably not what you want. Right. Let's get trucking and get the game on. My PC's fans have been acting up lately. They have like a weird kind of rattle to them, and I feel like the bearings are going, but they've also been like that for a year or two at least. If I give the PC a little tap on the head, it normally sounds normal again, but that's probably not a habit I should be getting into. This channel and its consequences have been a disaster for my kidney stones. Oh no. Oops. Ooh, encoding overloaded. Oh, because I'm compiling Vulkan shaders. That's probably it. That's fine. 'Tis but a scratch on my GPU. Wait, crying. Tears of water. There you go. They're salty, though. So it's actually kind of dehydrating. Be careful with that. Yeah, tears are very salty water, not for drinking. Same as seawater does not count as real drinking water. Yeah. Me when the shaders are Vulkan. Ooh, speaking of nerdy tech shit, I have gotten a start on a system that may be able to automatically upload stream VODs. I'm very excited. I had completely forgotten that YouTube has an API, or rather I never really thought about it. That it has an API and I can just hook into it. I have to fiddle around with stupid like OAuth 2 stuff to give it access to my account and whatever. But from there, all I do is I concatenate my stream VODs with FFmpeg, and then I just gotta upload an MP4. It's kind of a nothing burger. So yeah, the idea is I'll probably just like mark in, I don't know, some like hash database or something. I use like SQLite or whatever, and I'll just keep a record of what VODs on my server have been uploaded and which ones haven't been. I'll set like a minimum cutoff date so I don't upload like old stuff, and then I just kind of go through every VOD that exists, concatenate, make a file, like a single file, upload the whole thing to YouTube. I can automate the title process and stuff for the most part. Worst case, I have like a like standard metadata file that it can read or something like that. The descriptions, there's not a lot going on with those. Maybe if I'm streaming a game, I think I put a link to the game on Steam or itch, wherever the hell I get it from. I tend to do that, but like really not that much more work. It'll be a decent amount of upfront just to make it like a nice user experience for me, and I do get really focused on that kind of stuff. But after that, it should be like pretty automated. I have noticed there is a limit on API use. My estimates say I can upload like 6 VODs a day, but that's still 6 VODs a day. That's 2 weeks worth per day. I'll be through that backlog in no time. No problem. That's not including like the FFmpeg concat times, which isn't much, by the way. I was shocked at how quickly you can get that done. A couple seconds, because I'm just like smashing the files together. But it's stable. It's that part at least seems to work pretty well. It is literally just the automating of the uploads that I need to handle, and figuring out how to translate that FFmpeg workflow into Go, which is what I'm using for this. Just because I just like using it. Realistically, maybe something like Rust would be slightly better, but there's actually readily available YouTube, or specifically Google API libraries for Go, and I'm not doing that in Rust. I don't feel like doing that, and they are already available, so it's all good. Cool. Trucking time! Woohoo! Where am I? I don't even know where I am on the map. I should probably check. Oh, cool. I'm parked at home. Right! I just recently got my new truck. I remember. Oh, this is gonna be sick. We get to try the new truck today. And we have to go to the fucking UK. It's over. Never mind. Hello, Amber. I don't know if I could say your username. But hello. Right. I do not want to rest. I want to drive. I want to truck. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's do some trucking. But yeah, so YouTube API. I didn't even think to consider that existing, but it does, and it's pretty good. And it looks like it will address all of my needs. You can just like automate YouTube video uploads, and I guess that makes sense. It's not an uncommon use case to want to do that, especially if you're like a business or, I don't know, just someone writing software, right? I know DaVinci Resolve has a YouTube upload option. I've never used it, but I imagine it probably hooks into similar APIs. That's my guess. I'm sorry? Did you just proximity warn me because there's a car behind me? That's not how that's supposed to work, brother. I wasn't going backwards. I was in forward gear. Whatever. Totally didn't spend the past 5 minutes creating this account and trying to verify SMS just so I could type here. Oops. Appreciate it. I did miss some message in chat talking about a bash script. I did think about, assuming this is what you're talking about, I did think about doing a bash script, but I really don't want to do YouTube API stuff with a bash script. Please understand, I don't hate myself. If it were just FFmpeg, sure, easy bash script. But because I'm doing API stuff, you know, it's fine. And I'm sure even if there isn't like some fancy FFmpeg wrapper library or something in Go, the commands are not that complicated. And I can pretty easily like just auto-generate it and just run it like a generic command thing. It should be fine. I'd rather be called slurs than be associated with Hewlett Packard. Understandable. Have a nice date. Right, our first delivery. I didn't even look at what the hell we're taking. I might want to have a peek at that, won't I? We are delivering 9 tons of scooters to the UK. That's beautiful. What is your deal? I don't get it. It's like a very angry prox warning, but like my foot's on the brake when it does that. Does it not like how I'm braking? I love the UI on these daft trucks, but I swear it's kind of freaking out on me more than I would like. Why are you doing API stuff? What are you even doing? In what world do you need more than Y2DLP? I am not downloading videos. I am uploading videos. Sorry, I mentioned that early into the stream. I've gotten started on some like preliminary work. I'm like experimenting right now. But I should be able to make an automated VOD uploader in the near future. We will not have fancy thumbnails and it won't have the fancy intros that the current stuff on the VOD channel has. But there will be VODs permanently available. And I think that is more than enough, realistically speaking. So I'm excited. I'm very excited for that. Yeah, it'll just be the video, whatever auto-generated thumbnail appears. I don't know if I could even, like, upload thumbnails through the API. I had a look at it, and there was, Are you brake checking me, man? Oh, no, okay, you pulled in front of me, and then there was a speed limit change. I get it. For some reason, ECS has an auto-engine brake. I can disable that. What the fuck? Even if you're driving Scania trucks that are only equipped with a transmission retarder. Whoops. That's interesting. What are you doing? Oh, I'm getting prox warning on the sides? I'm probably going to disable that because that sound is so fucking annoying. Yeah, no fancy thumbnails. It's gonna be just the VOD, auto-generated description, auto-generated title. There's gonna be a tiny amount of customization on my part. I will need to like inform it for specific like streamed games or something. Something I do include in my descriptions traditionally is I'll include a link to where you can get the game. And I do still want to do that, but I will need some sort of a table that I can like look up. But that's not that much effort, honestly. I figure with a little bit of time spent on UX up front, I could have that system running pretty much automatically. And honestly, even with my fast internet speeds, I don't even know if I'll be uploading 6 VODs a day, which is the API limit. Roughly. I think it'll just be like, I think it'll be fine. Minimally, I'm going to get at least a week's worth, I would reckon, just going off of previous upload times. Because keep in mind, a lot of the time that I have spent in the past has been re-rendering the entire video in DaVinci Resolve after doing like a rough cut. Just trimming to like gameplay and stuff like that. But by not having to do that, I will have saved myself a crazy, crazy amount of time. And most of it will just be spent on the actual upload process, which is what it fucking should be. I do have to step in to whitelist auto mod here. What the fuck? Oh, because the word creep came up. Sure, fine. You're good. Malicious scope creep nerd sniping. Oh, you can program also the best frame of a given VOD. So I've pondered it. It's not that much of a nerd snipe. I know I can extract frames in FFmpeg as a PNG and upload that. Again, I swear I was looking at a feature list and it specifically said thumbnail modifications were not a feature, but maybe during the upload it's okay, I'm not sure. But as for getting the best frame, that part's tricky. I think my best bet might be just snapping the middle frame. I know an early frame would be bad because that's probably just going to be like my generic starting screen, and or like an Aridoodle hangout scene, and that's not communicative of what's happening in the game at all. So something right in the middle I think would be ideal for auto-generated, and then I just like periodically review and switch it out for something else if need be. Twitch API best engagement time stats. Oh, that's evil. Oh, that's fucked up. Not that it's a bad idea. No, it's a great idea. And fuck, damn it, you have nerd sniped me, you asshole. Fuck! Yeah, I could cross-reference it. It wouldn't be exact. There is an offset between the stream starting and the actual, like, recording starting by a couple minutes. And in the cases of VODs where I've had to, like, snip out stuff, which has only happened once so far, but I would need to do that at some point, there would be a desync issue. But generally speaking, if I pick, like, peak viewership, that's going to get me close enough to the area of most interest, and that would actually work. God damn it. You've totally nerd sniped me. Listen, I'm fucking planning it out as we speak. Whatever. Okay, easy. What about chess? You know that guy with the shitty chess engine matrix? Can we put every frame of the VOD on that grid and the best chess player is the best frame? Wait. Shitty chess engine Oh. I think I have an idea of what you're referring to, and if it's anything even remotely close to what I think you're describing, that's fucked up, quirky, and bizarre. I kind of love it, but I wouldn't use it. Mr. Beast-esque thumbnail optimization? No, thumbnail optimization for Mr. Beast would be generating with AI, as recent news has led to. Have any of y'all heard about that? How he was, like, advertising an AI thumbnail generation thing to people and using it like, oh, look, this really, like, improves your workflow and whatever. It's like making it easier to make money, I guess, because that's the only fucking thing that Jimmy cares about whatsoever. Wasn't a fan of that, personally. Neither were a lot of creators. A lot of people were, like, kind of concerned about, like, his thumbnail artist that he, like, already pays. But yeah, watch this, like, hour-long video essay about Mr. Beast about thumbnail testing. Oh, whoops. In my peripheral, I thought that was going amber. No, that's my indicators. My bad. This is not a recent thing. That was ages ago. Oh, shit. I saw the video recently. I'll admit I did not check the upload date. I didn't necessarily care. Generally speaking, I don't care about a lot of stuff that Mr. Beast does. I did make a post around that time, like, hinting towards the fact that I wasn't a big fan of the guy. And, like, it'd be fine enough if it was just, I don't like his content, because that's whatever. I don't like a lot of people's content. It doesn't mean I think they're, like, bad people or anything. And I'm not necessarily gonna jump to, oh, he's a bad person. But I do not like how insanely money-focused he seems to be. That's a weird stance for me. And I mean, like, that's kind of obvious given the way that I've presented myself doing the things that I do for quite a while. I very much, like, would I like to make money off of this? Obviously, because I'd like to do this as a job, as business, and, like, if I could make a living doing shit like this would be fucking fantastic. I'd be delighted. But I don't want to be a fucking, like, millionaire. Fuck, a 6-digit income off of this would be life-changing for me. That's, like, I would ask for no more. Literally the only reason I would try and grow from there is to, like, support other people. But that's, like, that's the load-bearing element there. I don't want greed. Greed, irks me and it grosses me out, and I feel like the way that he handles his business is very much laced with greed. And I just don't, I don't fucks with it. Mr. Brass full slop. You don't record disadvantaged people Hunger Games? No, generally I don't. That's another thing. Like, this leans into the I don't like his content thing. The people going in are yeah, this argument's been passed back and forth. The people involved are signing up for it, but it's hard to claim that it's not even a little bit exploitative. Like, this guy's dangling an insane amount of money on a wire for people who don't have a whole lot of choice in the matter. Like, if they got the money, it would be life-changing. And some people taking part maybe in very, very rough situations where that money could really do a lot of good. Even if it was just like, he just said, you know what, fuck it. No one person gets the money. I'm going to split it across everyone. That could still be life-changing money. But he just doesn't. And it's unfortunate. I think the argument is usually, like, for him continuing to do that, I think the argument's usually been, well, he, what is it? That's how the money is made. He has to do these big, extravagant things that nobody else could realistically do. And I'll lend him that. He is in a very unique position where he can make a lot of people do things in a manner that, like, not many other people would be able to do. But I also don't necessarily think that's a good thing either. It's such a weird thing. I've had a lot of complex thoughts on that for a while. Did you ever hear the whole Beast Games incident? I've not heard about Beast Games. Was he doing, like, game development stuff? Oh, I've got a lane switch. I've not heard about that. I remember hearing some stuff about his burger not being good or something. Or was it the restaurants were not up to code? It's hard to track how much of that is, like, actually legit and how much of that is just people, like, baiting or whatever, hate baiting. And because I, like I said, I don't keep a close ear to the ground on him. I just hear about him in my peripheral. And I have so much better shit to do than verify claims on what the guy is doing. Of the things that I have seen that are, like, demonstrable, not a fan. It's really hard to, like, quantify why I do not like Mr. Beast. I do not like the man. Not very much at all. Beast Games is like Squid Game. Oh, yeah, he was, like, doing his own thing. I remember hearing... It was some US network, I think, that wanted to do their own Squid Games. And, of course, the immediate response is, did you fucking miss the point of Squid Games or something? Yes, the answer is yes. Obviously, they fucking missed the point of Squid Games. They're literally doing the Squid Games. It's just with less murder, probably. Though, I feel like legislatively... If they could have gotten away with it, they probably would do the murder part as well. Yeah. I wouldn't put it past a corporation to do that. They were ghost kitchens. It was like half raw burger patties. Oh, fuck. That's horrible. I am tasked with verifying claims of what Ari Melody is doing in general. I'm trucking right now. There you go. Job done. Mostly dislike him because he literally has no personality. No, I think he does. It's just greed. That's my issue. The personality is greed. And that kind of is the extent of it. I could say he's a talented creator, but it's, like, really diluted in the fact that it is literally just a means to an end for him. The act of creation has, like, very little bearing, as evidenced by the fact that he's totally chill using AI for thumbnails and whatnot. Forgot to indicate inward on that roundabout, but that's fine. Weeball. All you need to know about the Beast Games issue, they're being sued over sexual harassment, of course. Lack of food, wow. Something medical care and unpaid wages. He doesn't even pay the people properly? That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Oh, man. You could at least have maybe lent him that he, like, was actually giving the money to people, but okay. That's fucked. That's so fucked. That's not a personality IMO. Fair enough. I'm not gonna fucking defend it as a valid personality. I just think if there is a personality there, that's what it is. I do not envy it. I do not envy him. I would personally be kind of miserable if I was in the position that he's in. And I think the thing that kind of irks me more is that there are so many people that want to be him. And I'm just like, why? If you want to make a bunch of like easy money, which is what a lot of people sometimes will get into like YouTube, just like the content mill for, it's for money. Get into stocks or something. I don't know. At least then you don't have to like pretend to have a soul behind it, you know? All the way back to Rotterdam. Sweet. I will take 16 tons of vans. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, I don't know, like, I sometimes feel weird talking about it, because I don't know, am I, like, trying too hard to sound humble or something, but, like, genuinely, I don't want to be fucking rich. It is too much fucking stress being wealthy, as is evidenced by, like, anyone who is wealthy. It's just too much. I very much only care to have enough to live comfortably, to not have to stress. And on top of that, anything else on top of that, it has to just support other people. I.e. starting a company where I pay employees and we like all make cool stuff, or just donating it, failing that, you know? Do you see the Coffee Voidzilla videos about Mr. Beast and crypto? Probably. I've definitely seen a lot of Coffee's videos on crypto. I have seen him talk about Beast. I do not necessarily recall an intersect, but if you want to make money, just have children and make a family unboxing channel. I would rather my head detonate. Just no. Not a chance. I tracked a girl in a truck and made her drive 4 hours without a driver's license. Now that I can do. Driving instructors have so many bad vibes. I've seen some cool ones. I guess it depends on who you get. I've not personally ridden with one, to be clear. Just in like clips of people doing their driver test and whatever. I've seen cool stuff. If Mr. Beast was trans, would he be taking Beastrogen? I would not trust a Mr. Beast philanthropy HRT plan. That would irk the shit out of me. You think about like all of the other philanthropy stuff that he does, and it like all vaguely hinges off of the exploitation of other people. I'm probably not going to take healthcare from the guy. I don't fucks with that. I should be a Mr. Beast Twitch streamer. Today, guys, I put 20 people in the back of an empty trailer from DFW to Sacramento, California. The person who completes the most truck deliveries on ATS wins their freedom. I've heard of so many male driving instructors in their 50s or so being disgusting towards women. Oh. Underage too. Fuck. Okay, that's fucked. That's fucked. And that's really unfortunate. I've thankfully not heard of that here, but it's not survivorship bias. There's some other thing. What? No. I just watch a live mod abuse? That's crazy. Bring her back! Bring her back! Free Ellie! Yeah, what is it? Not survivorship bias, but the thing where, like, a lot of women will, like, come away from situations like that and just not talk about it because they're worried about worse stuff happening. Yeah, that's definitely not survivorship bias. It's a whole different, thing. But hopefully you get what I mean. It's basically what I'm saying is it is possible that that happens in Ireland, but I've just not heard of it happening because people aren't comfortable talking about it. Then when I speed like nearly 20 over the speed limit, Jesus, how am I going so fucking fast? Oh, right. This truck is roided. Didn't I give it like a really sick engine? Yeah, I'm literally going 20 over the speed limit on a fucking motorway. That is insane shit. In a truck with... Ooh, see, that's why you're not supposed to speed. With 8 tons of vans on my back, I was going 20 over the speed limit. That's huge. Led, I think you meant to say calling 911, not calling 911. Those are two those are two very different things. I actually got timed out. Genuinely, I saw the gray message appear in my own chat, and I was like, did someone actually do something wrong and I missed it? No. Chat's just like so active that I can just miss things like that. Which I am thankful for. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. Love the support and the activity and whatever. It makes the numbers look good, which puts a smile on my face. One time when I was 16, I got a traffic ticket. I had to attend a defensive driving lecture at the local police department as part of my no contest plea. The first thing the chief of police says when he greets us is, "Wow, I'm surprised there's not more women." What? Because you got a traffic ticket? That's fucked. That's really weird. Cops try not to be creepy challenge, I guess. Failed. Oh shit, yeah, I got my fucking highlights on. Letter of the 12th of September 2001 called it. Okay, yeah, thank you for the breaking. Yeah, no, I totally would have gotten my license revoked for doing that. My foot was just not on the brake that time. Normally it is. Normally it is on the brake pedal, but I guess I, like, went to stretch or something. You better not be pulling out in front like that. Yeah, I got the crash vehicle offense for that. They barreled into my side. What the fuck do you want from me, bro? Okay, damage? None. Alright, cool. Happy with that at least, asshole. I was clearly entering the fucking roundabout. Chill. €50,000 repair cost. That I've already had to deal with that. Don't do this to me. Water, more feet, please. Okay, what have I missed? What is that? Hold on. Waiter, more foot on the brake. Okay. Don't worry about it, buddy. Fuck you. Need to give mods a send the bees action. That'd be important. Right, I am happy to be on the right side of the road again. I appreciate the fuck out of that. Random ass loud noise. I love that window panel on the door, it's so cool. I will like never see it in desktop mode, but in VR I'm sure that'll be really cool. I mean, we'll just like quick spin around without like completely losing my peripheral. I would love to have your moderator's bees in my home. Shut the hell up. Why did you put that in quotes? Evil. At what point do you slow down for me? Brother, move. What are you doing? Fucking damn it. Okay, thanks. Appreciate. Oh, I'm reversing. Let me, cool. Woohoo! Wow, that was really close to, like, tapping off the truck there. That might not have been good. Gotta go and play RV there. RV there, yeah, have fun. Yeah, you have fun too. Sounds awesome. That might be a future Jamboree thing. We'll have to see. But yeah, enjoy. Gonna hop into the outer lane here. How fast can this thing fucking go? My god. Certainly a lot faster than the last truck. This is really good. How's just occurred to me, if I hire another driver, I'm gonna have to get them a new truck. The plan was I was just gonna offload my old shitty truck to them, but okay, I get the idea. No speeding. Unsafe turn when I am speeding. But yeah, I was gonna offload it to them, but that's probably not going to be possible given I gave that truck. I traded that in for this one. Will he hires another driver? Somebody. Don't know why I'm checking behind me. Doesn't hurt. Bankruptcy in 5. Truck game multiplayer is hella fun. I am excited for it. I definitely want to do your truck multiplayer. It's gonna be fire. Your truck update, start your own truck business. I mean, that's basically what the game already is, no? I wonder if you can, like, online sync, not a convoy, but like a company. So like people can truck on their own time regardless of time zone or whatever. And just like handle deliveries, and it just pulls into the company, and then the manager can make all their decisions or whatnot. That could be cool. I could also see how that could maybe cause problems, but in general I think it'd be cool. If you had like a really active clan or something.
It's time to drink water.
It is time to drink water.
It's time to drink
time
water.
too, because I'm now parking this in. That's kinda close there. Maybe I can... Oh yeah, that's good. That'll do. Right, yeah, you know the deal. If you have water with you, you should drink it. If you don't have water, you should go get some, because water is good for you. Duisburg, with a fucking yacht, a luxury yacht. Sure, bud. We'll take it. Give me that yacht. Imagine driving, couldn't be me. Ari, does old sushi restaurant wasabi dilutes in lemon syrup count as water? I'm not going to say so, no. I don't... I mean, it's probably got water content. I don't know how much of it has been burned off. I'm on the wrong side of the road entirely. Yeah, that's, Yeah. You know, it didn't autosave, did it? It did not. Okay, whatever. Fucking hit the luxury yacht too. I think it just took more damage. We driving on the left side. This is the UK's fault. I blame the UK for this. The show autosave button is unchecked. Oh shit, real? Where the fuck is that from? Oh wait, that's today, right? The that doesn't look right. That time. We'll load it. Oh, we're back. We're back. Nothing is wrong. Wait, where's the... Oh, wait. I think the shipments have changed. Hold on. Alright. No luxury yacht today. Never mind. Yes, luxury yacht today. Did it just spawn? Oh. It is in a different position. That's fine, though. Cool. And this time we will remember to be on the correct side of the road, which is the right side of the road. And we're not actually going to the UK for this one, so it'll be good. Where are we going? Duisburg. We're going to Germany. I nearly fucking did it again. Would you believe it? I hate the UK. They're making me drive wrong. That's fucked up and evil. Don't worry. I don't hate people from the UK. Only the traffic engineers. And by that, I mean, like, the traffic engineers' ancestors who originally decided it would be a good idea to drive on the left side of the road. Appreciate you letting me through, bud. Definitely did not want to cut in front of a police car. Right. We're off on the road again. And hopefully there's not police behind us? I actually can't tell. The big fucking yacht's in the way. Traffic engineers aren't descended from people? Question mark. Sudden noise jump scare, sorry. Did you know that chatters with guilty consciences are guilty consciousness are more easily startled by loud noises? Oh, I'm definitely speeding down here. Let's go. Let's go. You can get a keybind to open your windows in ETS and ATS. My window's already open, no? Because I can stick my head out them. Whoops. Can you stick your head out the left window? No. And that, my friends, is why I have the right mirror up on my screen. Hello? Is there a reason why I'm suddenly going 40? Did I slow down that much? Weird. Is there... there's mirror options. Vehicle adjustments. Yeah, no. The windows stay open. Gotta go shitpost on Discord then. Sleep Nini. Confusing structure of the sentence, but yeah, have a good one. See you, Lewis. Nice, relaxing ride. Gotta love it. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. We're gonna relax now, okay? We're not gonna speed on those corners anymore. I have realized the error of my ways. I did clutch that really fucking hard. The fear that that surged through my body the moment I realized that counter steering was going to flip me in the other direction as well. Whew. That was a little nerve-wracking, but we're fine. We ball. Here's a question. Of the VODs that are going up soon after I get my my auto uploader application ready and it can actually go live, what VODs are y'all most excited for? What streams are you excited to have up for permanent access? Currently we are up to the first birthday jamboree, the inaugural jamboree, Doodle FM. That is very fucking fair, actually. Yeah, I'm very jazzed. I'm excited for Doodle FM as well. I currently have that one pinned in Twitch as a highlight, but definitely I want that on YouTube as well. Because Twitch does impose limits on how many hours, I believe, I can have in terms of like held highlight VODs, but the Sonalis VODs would be nice. 100%. Yeah, I do want the Sonalis ones up as well. Every Jamboree, including Repo. Yeah, good ones, good ones. Yeah, I'm excited for Sonalis ones as well, actually, because even with my current setup, like despite the fact that I own the VODs, they're on my like hardware. I don't actually have a convenient way to watch them if I wish to do so. Because for those of you who don't know, in the background, in OBS, I split up my footage in gigabyte, like maximum 1 gigabyte chunks. The idea being, it's a lot easier to scrub through the files, say in a video timeline and whatever, if the individual files are smaller. I'm better having like a whole bunch of gigabyte files than having one like 20 gig file or something. That would be a lot more painful. Also, just transferring it, like I could realistically get to work pretty quickly as long as I have at least one block downloaded, and then I could just download the rest in the background while I'm editing. Yeah, you know, there's a couple reasons why I prefer it that way. But that, of course, does mean that there's not a super easy way to, like, watch through them properly. At some point, it could be funny, actually, to mount the VODs to Jellyfin or something. So I just have all of my streams in a ready-to-go Jellyfin archive. That could be interesting. Julia might have some notes on that. Need to catch up with the Jamborees I missed because they happened before I started watching streams. Oh, yeah. Well, the birthday one is available. That one is archived on Twitch. It's archived on YouTube. And the birthday jamboree was the most expansive. We did the most things. I think we played at least 2 different games, but it might have even been 3. I don't remember. Yeah, Jellyfin Peem. I was actually just dumping a whole bunch of my music to it today. Reason being, I found an interesting app. I'm going to look at my phone while driving, but it's fine because we're on a straight. It's not fine. For legal reasons, do not drive while looking at your phone, but in this case, it's a video game, so the risk is mitigated. I found this app called, and if you're on iOS, do recommend having a look at it at least. It looks pretty cool. Small open source project called Manet, or Manet, M-A-N-E-T. It is free. They have a premium subscription option if you want to get extra features and a macOS app, but it is literally a tenner a year. It's a tenner a year. I originally saw $9.99 and I was like, oh, it's gonna be per month. No, it's per fucking year. And it's really just to support the devs. And honestly, if I find myself vibing with Manet a lot, I will probably switch to it. Because it hooks into your Jellyfin library. And you can then... Essentially, that'll be the canonical source for all of your music, but then you can also download off of there if you want. So if you have a large enough music collection, you could conceivably use it as like a streaming service and offload a lot of the music caching from your phone. Imagine you could probably still go lossless on the streaming as well, because here's the thing, it's your own infrastructure, right? So there'd be very little stopping you from doing something like that. In fact, I think you could even just configure that in Jellyfin to just stream the file as it is. Yeah. It looks like a very cool project, and if I like it a lot, I might even drop it in place of the Apple Music app, which is kind of huge for me because I've not been able to move away from it. For my Mac and for my phone, it has been the best app available, but it doesn't support FLAC, so I have to convert all of my FLAC files into ALAC because Apple doesn't feel like supporting open codecs because they're bastards. And the only reason I don't like just switch over purely on that, purely on those merits, is because the Apple Music app is just so fucking nice. Like, even despite that, it's a really good fucking app. So yeah, that's why I stick with it. But Manet looks really fucking close. Like, same color scheme and everything. The UI is slightly different, but it still has polish. It still looks really nice. So if I can make that take place in the Apple Music app, that's great, because then I get my cake and eat it too. It's so good. It's your own infrastructure. You're the one who will shell out 400 plus bucks on 8 terabyte hard drives. I already did. Not 8 terabytes. I've got 2 4 terabytes in RAID 1. But like, you know, tomato, tomato. Yeah, that's no problem. Upload speed is really the main issue, I guess. I haven't, you know, I might have a peek at it while I'm here. If I can like hot adjust the audio quality in the app and I can request streaming at a certain quality, that's kind of fucking huge. Because that means that, like, yeah, I can choose to, if I'm at home, just stream the raw FLAC file off the local network. But if I'm in, like, a really bandwidth constrained area, I can just have it live transcode to MP3 or something. Was that a piece of car on the side of the road there? I missed that. I have to tilt my head at this awkward ass angle so I can actually see the traffic light. I remember how the internet was in Ireland. It has gone a lot fucking better. We are in a pretty decent spot over here. Since COVID, the government's been trying to roll out fiber to every home. And I think that's part of an EU thing as well. They want to get everyone off of copper broadband and onto fiber as soon as possible. They were initially prioritizing rural areas, so like farms, very small towns, stuff like that. My town, which fits none of those descriptions, did not have that for a really, really long time. Okay, brother, you just pulled in on me, but I actually need to get into that lane, so get the fuck out of the way. What is it? Yeah, it took a while for them to get to us, but it's been... Ooh, a while. Has it been half a year now? Roughly. We've been on fiber for a bit. I think it was a little bit before I started streaming, actually. Or during? Yeah, I think I was like planning out stream schedules around network downtime. So I think I was streaming, but not for very long. We weren't at the heat of it like we are right now. Yeah, we have fiber now. It's really great. If you do have fiber, it's good. It's pretty good. Like we're on the cheaper half gig plan right now, but it's still like, and keep in mind, I like bandwidth, right? But half gig has been doing me a-okay thus far. I'm very happy with the service at the moment. We had some weird issues in the first week. Don't fucking... Moron. Whatever. What was I gonna say? Got distracted because that guy was about to fucking smash in the side of my truck, and I would not have enjoyed that. Already sustained... Oh wait, no. I did not sustain damage. That never happened. Of course, how could I forget? That nothing ever happened. Yeah, I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. Half gig has been good. We had some weird issues starting off in the first week. Sure enough, the guy who installed our optical network terminal didn't fucking do it properly. So we were out of internet over an entire weekend, which was so awesome. And then I'm sorry? Oh, it hit off a fucking post probably. God damn it. Yeah, they had to send a guy out who then installed it correctly, and then our internet was really solid. But that's been it. We literally have not had... I don't think we've even had a second of downtime since. It's been really good. So I appreciate that. That was an issue we used to have on our copper line. We just have not regular, but frequent enough outages. We would just lose internet for about an hour or so every couple weeks or months, whatever. Did I dink the truck or something? Whoops. Whatever. Oh. Okay, I nearly ran a red, but it only just turned amber. Oh my god, this is way too fucking tight. Why am I delivering a yacht here? Anyway, yeah, I was talking about Monet earlier. The only issue I've had so far, I literally just dumped a bunch of my music onto Jellyfin. And when I say dumped, I mean I just dumped it on there, let it scan, and kind of sent it. There's a lot of metadata that's not carried over in the way that I expected. And I feel like... I mean, I do not consider Jellyfin a music streaming service, to be clear. I consider it much more adapted for, like, audiovisual media. So, you know, long videos, movies, TV shows, whatever. I think it's fine on those. I don't know how I feel about it for music streaming, but other front ends that hook into Jellyfin, they seem to do a pretty decent job. Jellyfin uses the metadata for Music Brains and Co. Once it's identified stuff, it's kind of meh. Yeah. I think I will probably disable that and have it rely entirely off of my own metadata because I already provided all of the metadata. It's all good. I actually spent a lot of time tagging everything, and I would like if it respected that. So that's probably what I'll do. There were a shitload of things I added to my library that just got like blanket labeled as unknown artist, and that really fucked with things like sourcing and whatever. And I was not too jazzed about that. You know, something to work on. Also remember my router is no longer a Raspberry Pi. Oops, missed that. Sorry, one sec. What did that say? I should think of some hardware interrupt distribution. Hardware interrupt distribution? Interesting. Is that the really... You want it in there? Okay, bud. I'll do it. I'm just a little confused. Fuck me. Okay. Uh-huh. I'm a little skew here. Hold on. I pulled in way too much into this little sand mound over here. I think that's kind of fucked me up a little. Yeah. I fucking see the object in front of me. You do not have to blare at me like that. That's hardly good. Be real, be honest. Okay, once more with feeling. Come on. A little more. Damn it. Fuck. I might have the dedication, I might have skipped by now. I get XP out of it. I can use that XP to get more expensive deliveries. Okay, this has to be butter. There's no way this ain't butter. Uh-huh. Yeah. There we fucking go. Butter. Ignore the 6 bajillion turns I had to make. Splendid. We're near level 15. Cool. That unlocks a lot of cool stuff for us. I'll take a Rotterdam shipment. Actually, you know what? I'll take the one to Brussels. Why not? We will do that, actually. I missed something. Jellyfin uses the metadata for music. Oh, yeah. You mean like for artist pages and art? Oh! Fair enough. Okay, I have no idea why a bunch of my stuff is tagged unknown artist then. It's weird. I had metadata ready to go thanks to MusicBee when I set up my Jellyfin thing. Yeah, that's the thing. I originally like got my whole library nice and tagged for use with MusicBee, and I then thankfully could just kind of drag and drop it into any music player that actually like respects local metadata, and it just worked. Like for all of the flack I've given Strawberry for not being a super visually appealing music player, it's functional. It works. It does stream music. You have to get used to some really weird UX quirks, like playlists. But other than that, it's solid. And I use it a lot for streams, and it works. So it's a lot more than I can ask out of some other software, so... You know, there's a reason I landed on Strawberry in the first place. Future arts credits. Oh, I need to use MP3 tag. MP3 tag, my fucking beloved. I'm upset that it's not a thing on Linux. I'm stuck using eartag, which has had some problems for me. Or at least if MP3 tag is available for Linux, I have not seen it. But yeah. Yeah. Something Yuri coded about watching you back in a massive yacht. I only just saw that. At this point, my criteria for software is, can it run the first time? That's a pretty good one. That's kind of fair enough as well. Because that's first criteria for a lot of people. And really should be the first criteria that like all developers are targeting if they take their software even remotely seriously. You need some like extreme fucking fault tolerance in the first 5 minutes of the software. Because if someone has issues, most users are not like me. They are not going to be desperately trying to tinker to figure out how to get this software that they invited onto their system to actually work. If it don't fucking work, they're getting rid of it. So yeah, fair enough criteria. I kind of like how the roundabout forces me to slow to 30. This town, aside from how like ludicrously fucking tight it is actually kind of nice. Traffic-wise, it's pretty safe. And the traffic lights just like feel nice. Like if it's green, the whole road's gonna be green, you know? You kind of just get clear passage. It's very efficient in that way. Like see? Green. I think there's one ahead. That's gonna be green. Easy green. Like the whole thing. It's just green. That's not green. But I got pretty fucking far without hitting a red, so I appreciate that. Does that exclude most server software? Some does just work out of the box, but I will lend that a lot of those cases where it does work out of the box, that is if you have configured it very well first try, and or you are very, very good at reading documentation. Pet peeve of mine is when software runs a first-time setup where it populates a bunch of configuration files that could have been bundled with the installer instead of requiring me to restart it. That's fair. Difference between I'm going to set up a Shark instance today and I'm trying to install an image editor. I will say I've seen Navidrome advertised as being more focused on music streaming compared to Jellyfin. Yeah, Navidrome, and there is another one, I think. I just don't remember what it is. Probably that is very good at reading documentation. I believe this. Oh, hi Noah. Just got back from your... Yeah, I thank you for censoring that. That's gonna trigger a lot of people in chat for sure. You ever redo network router config from your phone and it doesn't break? That is Peem. So if I'm doing from my phone, I'm usually resource constrained or lazy, and those are up there in like the top 10 worst positions to be in if my brand new network config just doesn't fucking work. I'm pretty sure I have not bricked a router setup, but I have like basically locked out my Wi-Fi access on a device while doing maintenance before, and it was a pain because then I have to like, you know, get to a hardwired device in order to fix it. The part 2 to my pet peeve is software that if the default configuration file is wiped, it cannot recover. Oh, what? Default config should be baked into the executable. IMO. My website actually does this. First time setup, it will like stop you, but that is because there is like required stuff that it needs to run. Like it needs a database connection. But I don't provide the config file out the gate. You literally just like, I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to ignore that. And I'm just going to continue driving because I am not detouring. Nope. I don't feel like it. I'm not detouring. Have fun with that, okay? See ya. Anyway. Did I post a new stream schedule? I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did yesterday. I hope I did. Let me know if I didn't. What was I going to say? Yeah, my website's first time run. It will stop you and it'll say, hey, we couldn't find a config file. A new one has been created. Please, you know, change it with whatever you need before restarting. But then after that, like, it'll just go. And of course, like, if you came with your own config file from like a previous setup, I say you as if this is supposed to be used by literally anyone other than me. Like, it's my website that I host on my infrastructure. This is purely just to make my life slightly easier. Ooh, right as it hits double whites. And right as a fucking police officer is crossing the street. Let's go. Clean. But yeah, I put a lot of, like, nice UX into my software wherever I can. Especially because, like, a lot of the stuff I do is personal projects. And a lot of those are personal projects I intend to do more than once. Or intend to use more than once. So making it, like, as little of a pain in the ass as possible is quite important to me. Yeah, that at least makes sense. I can deploy software before I do its database. Sometimes I'll launch just to make sure I have to do is set up the DB. Yeah. So if it errors or says enter DB can't, yeah. I don't care if there's been a spillage. I gotta get this delivery made quick. I have, like, so much time, by the way. Yeah, my ETA... No, my ETA is, like, 2 hours. But I have, like, 5.5 hours to still get this here early. I guess a buffer of a couple hours where I can do that. We will all be hosting our Melody website on our infrastructure with her setup to make our lives slightly easier. Well, that's the cool thing about open source. If you want to run my website for yourself, go crazy. Have a peruse. I actually pushed an update to it a little while ago where I completely redid the admin database, or no, the admin dashboard for it. The database is the same. I did like a huge UI refresh of the whole thing because I didn't really like the look of it. I spent about a day or two working on that. I think 2 days, maybe 3. I spent a while. And it was literally just so I would have a prettier screen to look at when I am working on updating my discography. Like, that's literally all the dashboard does at the moment. Like, the little music page that I've got and the little, like, music pages, like, for individual releases. That's all that manages. There is nothing else that the dashboard does at present. I do want to give it more stuff, but that will require me building out, like, a whole bunch of other... Like, there are plans. There are plans to add new things to my website. One of them that I've joked about a bunch in the past is I do want to have a blog on there that I can just post blog posts to. But I have not done that yet. I have gotten a start on it for sure. I think I got a lot of the preliminary database stuff going. I think I had, like, a reader page and everything. Like, to actually view the posts. I think the last thing was hooking it up to the dashboard. The hope, actually, is that with the new work that I've done on the dashboard, it should be easier to integrate that. But it's finding the time, and it's not as high priority compared to other things that I'm working on, so it's getting that stuff out the way first as well. Eventually, though, and it'll be nice, because there are a lot of things that could go nicely in a blog post. Mostly, like, technical detail stuff, I feel. I don't want to yap in my blog posts very much, if I can help it. If there's a cool thing I'm working on, it would be cool to talk about it in there. Like, a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. Maybe some... I don't know, some technical thinking out loud kind of stuff could be cool. Yeah, stuff like that. Essentially, my criteria would be like, if I cared and had enough visual stuff for this, would I just make this a YouTube video? If so, then yeah, sure. I'll write about it, and that'll be cool. Could talk about a lot of my setup that I've got for streaming and whatnots on here. That could be cool. But that is a while from now. I think the big technical hurdle for me is a live editor, because I want to write my articles in Markdown, because of course I do. And that does require like live parsing Markdown stuff and rendering that to the page on the side. Making sure that it's accurate is a huge thing for me. I do not want nasty surprises on how my post looks before I release it. Some other cool stuff like that. Ooh, one really nice feature that I did have like fully implemented, actually. Like this was good to go pretty much. You can comment on blog posts, but you don't do it like anonymously, and you don't make an account on my website either, because I would rather neither. Completely anonymous means there's a lot of room for abuse, which I don't really want. I don't want to have to deal with spam or hate messages that I can't even ID or anything. So instead, it uses Blue Sky replies. So I've seen a couple other blogs do this, and it's really cool. Ooh, I'm low on fuel. I did not realize it was dropping that fast. Interesting. But yeah, I think I'm getting tired too. Okay, I'll just do like a full rest stop after this, I think. Yeah, the way it would work. Where is my? That's this. Yeah. Yeah, I would make the blog post. I would post about it then on Blue Sky, and I would then link the Blue Sky post to the actual article through the dashboard. And then what would happen is the website then, when you actually go to the blog post, when you go to the article, it will pull the replies to that post announcing it, and that essentially acts as the discussion thread, which I think is really cool. I think that's really nice. So that'll be a very cool and unique way of going about comment sections. I think that'd be cool. I know, bro. I know. See, it's crazy. I have two eyes in my head, and I can actually gauge the distance. Well, not that well. It is a 2D flat screen. I don't actually perceive depth, but I've got a pretty decent idea of whether I'm about to crash into something. Okay, bro. You did not just fucking brake check me there. That is abysmal carry-on. Get fucking real. Can't believe that. My road rage. It's building, it's festering. I'm gonna drink a little water, actually. Feel my throat getting dry. I think I'm a little bit sick at the moment as well, so apologies if my voice sounds like really different. It shouldn't sound too different, but you know.
It's time to drink water.
True.
It's time to drink water.
Yeah, while I'm drinking water, you know the deal. If you have water with you, you should drink it. If you don't have water, you should go get some, because water is good for you. Especially if you're the yapper like me. Gotta keep that throat well lubricated to handle all the yapping that you're doing. Soda! No, not soda. They should add a mode where players can be the vehicles in traffic. It's called convoy mode, and they just crash into you. We've done this. Iced tea? Iced tea is pretty good, actually. So I hear. I haven't actually had iced tea, but like, you can have pretty healthy iced teas. Well lubricated, Vine Boom. You would say this, Julia. Oh, Julia, I've just had an outrageous fucking idea. I don't even know if I should say it on stream or not. But it's very funny. Tell you what, hold on. I will DM it to you. Let's see. What do I call this? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Uh-huh. So you think about that one? I don't know if I should pass that through Automod. Is that problematic? Okay. Let's see here. Do I just go like all the way on fragile cargo? I got like a 30% reward on that shit then. Tell you what, I'll add it to high cargo, high value cargo, because I can like stack that and kind of maximize earnings. Dover! I don't want to go to Dover. Actually, I shouldn't go to Dover. I should refuel and rest, actually. Where's the nearest refuel? Can I like filter maybe? Oh, wow. I've explored most of the Netherlands, a little bit of the UK. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's all the areas available. Minus DLC, I guess. Okay. There is a filling station real close by, but I am also EPBP, so perhaps what I do... This would kind of be the best option. And then I can get into... Service? No. Garage for sale? No. They're like companies that like get stuff from. What? Okay, is it? I guess they just don't show on this map. Weird. Okay, so I want to go in there. Oh wait, that's a rest stop right there. Perfect. Sure. I'll just mark that right there. And then we go over here, I guess, because... I'm sorry, what? No? Here. Yeah. Mark 1 there, mark 2 here. Because I believe there is a job kind of nearby. Oh, I guess not. Okay. Actually, wait. Is that Brussels or does that cross into somewhere else? Oh, that is a new place. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, let's go exploring. Sounds good. Right. You spent time trying to tone that down? That's crazy. That's crazy work. Ooh, way worse handling on dirt roads like this. The more you know. Just decide to try Navidrome and wow, immediately notice and display multiple artists actually working like it's supposed to. That's huge. Exploring, yippee! My favorite. Where am I going right now? I think I'm like en route to, is it France? A little south of Belgium? No. No, that doesn't seem right. Maybe I'm wrong? Where am I going? Where is this? My geography fucking sucks, man. France. Maybe this is? No. Yeah? I'm cooked. Do not give me a geography test. Bad fucking idea. That is France. Okay. I was thinking that the name of the place I'm going to kind of sounded French, but other than that, I don't actually know. Chill, bro! Thankfully, I'm not carrying cargo. That should actually help my fuel situation quite a bit. I think if I did take cargo from there, it might have been a lot worse. Oh yeah, we're speeding. There's no one else on these roads. It kind of doesn't matter. And I need fuel. Okay, I am also aquaplaning, so... Ooh, that drift was something, huh? Alright, alright. I getcha. Alright. Let's fill her up, boss. I just need to figure out how to make it so I can access the Navidrome thing from my host computer like I can with Jellyfin. Oh, were you hosting Navidrome from the server? I thought it was a client app. Am I mistaken? Only like $1,000. I say only $1,000, but like it's a full fucking truck and I just filled a whole tank. Like, that is pretty good. Lovely. I'm filled up, well rested. Life couldn't be better. Navidrome is a server thing. Oh, I'm misunderstanding. I thought Navidrome was a front end for Jellyfin. My bad. Navidrome. What's that for again? The client is Phation. Gotcha. Navidrome is just for like hosting the music, is it? Okay, Navidrome. Yeah, okay, it's more focused on music. Fair enough. I might use that then in the future. Although Mene might not support it. I'll have to check. It only suggested using a Jellyfin server, so I don't know if that is a thing it can do. Oh god, I remember in the earlier days, because I so desperately wanted to use FLAC and not convert all my shit to ALAC. So instead... Wait, why am I... Yeah, I don't need to stop. I already fueled. My bad. What was I saying? Oh yeah, because I so desperately wanted to use FLAC. I ended up using... Oh yeah, and also, like, syncing my whole phone like really sucked. So instead I would manually drop my stuff into fucking Fubar 2000. That app, I'll tell you what, functioning, yes. Pretty, fuck no. That is one of the ugliest apps I've ever used on iOS. And it's not even close, I'm afraid. I am going like 40 over the fucking speed limit on a motorway. This truck rips. It is so unsafe for me to be doing this, but like, that is cool. This shit's beefed. I like it. See, can I overtake you and then get into the side lane in time? Yeah, baby. Wow. Do not drift in a truck. You will regret it. Okay, we're all fine now, though. One kebab downtown uses a Navidrone to play music in the room where he eats. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Finally use Fubar for ripping CDs and splitting stems of sequence video game music. Mostly Genesis music for silver kind of things. Interesting. Fubar does that for you? I've literally only ever used it for music streaming. Or for, sorry, music playback. Local. And then the moment I found Music B, I ditched it. Because I'm convinced that its CPU renders like everything. So scrolling through like cover arts was a miserably slow experience. It was really bad. There's like multiple different like turnoff routes? What the fuck? Bet. Yeah, sure. I guess we're going this way. Oh, I get a lot of XP for free roam. That's interesting. I had no idea. Ah, with plugins. Gotcha. CD ripping is something you can do out of the box. Fair enough. But there's a plugin that you can use for... Oh, CD ripping. I thought you were talking... yeah, oh, splitting. Oh, for audio channels. Okay, I getcha. Ew, I just realized you're in France. I thought you'd be happy with that. I guess not. Yeah, we're entering Lille? Maybe? Is that how you say it? I don't know. First time here. Ooh. Steam achievements going up. Because I've explored new places. Maybe I should do that. I should do like a Euro Truck World Tour. That could be cool. Scania truck dealer. Okay. I'd be happy if you're in France, but I do not wish it upon you. Euro Truck World Tour? Why do I... Oh. Europe Tour. Europe Tour. Yes. Certainly. Ooh. 18 tons of air conditioners all the way to Rotterdam. That should take about the last 50 minutes of stream. What the fuck is up, France? I'm here to take a bunch of your fucking air conditioners. 18 tons of air conditioners. These people are going to be so cool or so hot, whichever it is they are leading towards that day, I guess. Okay, this maneuver is going to be interesting. I essentially have to... Oh wait, no, it's kind of okay. So I'm pulling out on the long end. Yeah, that's fine. There I was concerned. Fucking relax! I'm so far away! I don't get it. Ever since I moved to the wild world of the countryside, I've turned a new leaf and started to hate the city folk in Rotterdam. Country and city folk rarely get along, I feel. They're just, you know, it's different worlds. I feel like no matter where you live, countryside versus, like, city area are, like, two different social... It's a social dichotomy. You experience life very differently as a city person compared to a country person. Oh. Oh, it was a bit. It was a bit and I just did not get the joke. That's unfortunate. It was an Animal Crossing reference. Animal Crossing game. Oh, yeah. How would y'all feel about like me having music on for these trucking streams? Would we be down with that, or should we stick to, you know, the sounds of the road as the good traffic engineer intended? Put on some music with a shitty car radio filter. I could do that, I think. Does Netius let you set a custom radio stream? I think I could give it a playlist, or a radio stream, whichever. But yeah, specifically with like a filter would be fun. I do know what I'd use as background. Probably wouldn't be the Stray music. It would probably be like Stream Beats, lo-fi stuff. That should be good for something like this. It's just the most generic elevator music possible. For 2 hours in a truck, I think we'd all go mad. As if I need another reason to barrel off the road for fun. Kevin McLeod local forecast. Oh. Kind of feel like it should have some like instrumental rock. That's, yeah, actually. Who's doing royalty-free trucking music though? Yeah, like, yeah, I get what you mean. Some like country rock stuff. It'd be boring if it's just EDM or lo-fi. Yeah, that's fair. The idea is literally just filling the air. Like, yeah, on its own, it would be boring, but why am I so slow? Are we really on that much of an incline? Or are these 18 tons of air conditioners really that heavy? I think they're actually just that heavy. Holy shit. Wii 3DS, Wii U era system music could work. Interesting choice for this. Funny thing, actually. I mentioned during the Outer Wilds stream from Saturday how I started half an hour late because I was very distracted watching Apollo 13 footage. It was fascinating, and from there I ended up watching a whole bunch of other spacefaring stuff. A lot of stuff to do with, what is it? Space stations. There, it's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, YouTube rabbit holes, kind of deal. My recommended just got flooded with the stuff, and I was like, yeah, no, I enjoy this. This is what I'm feeling right now. Yeah, a lot of stuff to do with space stations. And I was watching a whole bunch of like Kerbal Space Program videos where it's like, yeah, just for the love of the fucking game. I don't think it's at all required. But they were essentially sending out like multi-part assembly bits of a space station. They like fire the core of it up first, and then they'd fire up like new modules, and they could all just be attached on their own. Really cool. Looked awesome. And it gave me a lot of very interesting ideas. In a number of areas, honestly. Like, just visuals wise. Like, there's something about like a big space station made of all these like different components, all these different areas that have different utility, purpose, and all that stuff. It's a very striking image in my head, and that could be very versatile for some future projects. One of them was a potential game project, actually. Garen fucking to you though, whatever that idea ends up being, even if I started work on it tomorrow, you would not be seeing that for probably at least 2 years. I could maybe have some sort of a demo in a couple months, but like it wouldn't be pretty or super playable. It'd be more proof of concept than anything. Yeah. I talked with Julia a bit about it. It would be cool to like write down a whole bunch of my thoughts so they don't like slip my mind. I spoke about it with her though, so they're at least archived in some capacity, but I'd like to... we have a game development like module at college, and we have recently been tasked with doing a game design document, which is something I've been meaning to do for projects of my own for ages and ages and ages. Just in general, a design document on literally anything would be huge for me. Even if it was purely text, it would still just be like locking in a lot of my ideas, and it would be super informative. You could very easily send it off to someone else to communicate the idea, get feedback or whatever. I've literally never made a design document before. Not for any creative project anyways. So it would be really cool to do a game design document for the idea I have in my head. Because it's not like super ambitious. I think it's quite achievable actually, even as an indie game project. Like it's not a 8-year long project. It could be 2-3 probably. And you know, only adding on time if I end up feeling comfortable adding more features. But that's one of the reasons that I want to do a game design document, to prevent the possibility of scope creep. I want to identify like what's the core of this game, what are the things that absolutely need to exist, and what are the things that don't necessarily need to exist, in which order should they be implemented, how should they be implemented, what art style are we going for, all that jazz. And because I'm me, I would want to be making all of the textures and models, all the assets, sound design, music, all of that as much by myself as I can. It's kind of a pride thing. It's also just kind of self-sufficiency is cool, and I don't have to worry about licensing anything. And that's just kind of a relief, generally speaking. You know what? Fair enough. I kind of be mad. I am going like so fast I'm really tipping over. We're fine. So glad I did not bump into you. That would have been something, huh? Yeah. I want to do a game design doc for that in particular, and realistically I should just do design docs more because I have a lot of fucking ideas for a lot of different things, and I never write them down. I never even draw concepts because I'm like, well, if I'm drawing the concept I might as well just get started working on the thing, but that's like kind of not how that works. I really don't know why I have it so drilled into my head that like we can't do sketches, we have to just send it straight into the big thing. And if we are doing sketches, it's part of the final process. It's not just like a thing I can like make and then leave to the side. Like it has to be developed. It's a weird one for me. I wish I could get that out of my head, but I don't know. It kind of contributes to the process in its own way. I went down a rabbit hole of like fake ES alerts once. Oh yeah, I've had that too. That was a very uncomfortable night's sleep after that though. Not the best idea because I'm pretty sure I did not get a minute of sleep that... Hey, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's a whole rabbit hole about royalty-free radio. I found Truckers FM, but there's so many you'd have to look at it. Interesting. I just remember the existence of Weird Al's truck driving song. I might have to look into that as well. Weird Al makes funny stuff. Honestly, my favorite game music has got to be Star Trucker. I really admire the OST and the little advertisements they make. Interesting. Game design docs are propaganda by Pirate Software. There's a lot of propaganda from Pirate Software, but game design docs are generally just kind of like decent industry practice. I don't think everything warrants one, to be clear. Some projects are perfectly fine just like doing their own thing, fucking around and finding out. But for what I want to make, if I have any intention of making it in reasonable time, without it being like super, super overwhelming, then I'm gonna want a game design doc. That's just how I see it as far as I'm concerned. Send you a link to the Truck Driver song in Discord. Sweet, thanks. Insert image of the two evil towers in the split path. The left states game design document, the right states Star Citizen. Really? Does Star Citizen not have a GDD? Okay, can we not do this? Can we not do this, brother? Okay. Yeah, just pull ahead of me and then brake check. Awesome. Good solution. Right. Oh no, I'm not pulling in there. I'm going right the way across. And now we turn off. I can't believe, I'm pretty sure I've been brake checked like 3 times in this stream. I normally never get brake checked by the NPCs. To be clear, I don't believe that they are like intentionally brake checking me. I don't know if that's like in the AI of these other vehicles, or the other drivers. But that is in effect what is happening to me. I am being brake checked pretty hard here. All familiar. I've been to Rotterdam before. Right. This game is doing a wonderful job of demonstrating why I have literally no intent on ever learning how to drive IRL. Just too much stress. I feel you. Yeah. There's a lot to be said about like the like mobility independence. There is a lot of freedom in owning a car, but I definitely disagree with it being like a thing you need to have. I feel like for the vast majority of social meets, work obligations, you should be able to take public transport for like the 99, at least 95% of them. It should be very rare where you would ever need to actually be in a car for something. And then at that point, it should be very feasible to carpool. If possible, just, you know, reduce car traffic and whatever. But yeah, that is a thing. That is a thing. What's my money like? 36 grand. Where were we when we started? Was I 4 digits? I was like not much higher than 10 grand. So like I am making a decent amount of fucking money. Holy. That's really good. Career progress. I've done 45 deliveries. Cool. 45 on time. Only one of them was damaged. I wonder which one that was. I don't remember. I vaguely recall, but yeah. Interesting. Real time spent 15 hours. Game time spent 16 days. You're telling me in the span of like a little over 2 in-game weeks, I managed to like buy a whole fucking truck. Twice, technically. I don't know if we're counting the trade-in. And still made it with like a decent amount of money. That's fucking solid. That's pretty cool. 22 traffic violations with 9 grand spent in penalty fees. That's huge. 2 for no lights, but I got pretty good at that when I just started turning on the lights all the time. 1 red light violation, I remember that. 6 crashes. Half of them were not my fault. Guarantee it. What did I start with today? Luxury yacht. We did one before. I think that was the vans. I think we started with this. We were in Amsterdam. Yeah, because I was parked at home base. Okay. Yes, we did all of these today. And that made... I'm going to say around like a little over 20 grand. So yeah, I think we were like around the 10 mark. That's cool that we just get a log of all the deliveries. I've never looked at that before. Career skills. Oh yeah, this whole thing. That's fine. Services? I don't think I've got a... Ooh. You know what'll be interesting? Guessing my own trailer. What do we think? I could specifically guess a chemical tank. That's interesting. A lot of these are just higher level. Interesting. Oh, refrigerated doubles. I think I get paid more if I bring my own trailer, which is why I'm suggesting that. Ooh, but it is like all of my money. I think I'm gonna like rack up a lot more, and then maybe I just get something easy like what's between these two curtain siders? Same length, different weights, 3 axles, 2 axles, 1 liftable axle. Seems to be kind of technical details. It's like 11 grand more for it though, goddamn. Drone dry goods, containers and container tanks, construction equipment and materials. Construction equipment and materials. Logs, beams, or tubes. Liquid food. Corrosive, toxic, or otherwise dangerous liquid. Ooh. Here's an idea. Because it is funny and also very cost effective, or it's very profitable if I haul like dangerous chemicals. If I brought my own tank, how much fucking money would I make off of that? It's like 51 grand. I'd have to work for a little bit longer to get there, but like, that's an interesting thought, isn't it? Trailer upgrades? I don't have a trailer yet. Why are you giving me this option? Oh. Wow, okay. There's lots of different upgrades that can be gotten here. Interesting. Interesting. I don't recall seeing any of these. Yeah, maybe I had to like go out of my way to get these before? I don't remember. Or does wait, no. Safety window. Okay, no, I think I was able to access these before. It's just if I choose to get them or whatever. That's fine. Trailer Explorer. It's a trailer. We'll get to that later. Trailer Index. Kind of whatever. Oh, yeah. Media. My radio. Uh-huh. Yeah, I can just bring my own music. Should I choose to do so? Logistics map. I have no idea what this is. Ah. Potassium hydroxide. What's like the worst thing? So sulfuric acid. I could take sulfuric acid. Who takes this? Wait, how does this... What? What is left and right click? Oh, select destination, select source. Oh. So I can tailor pick from an area. So like I'm in Rotterdam right now. So that'd be my source city. You do shipments to... Okay. So it kind of be like a back and forth to London. Big so don't do that. London, Grimsby. Okay. So I could like back and forth. These kinds of things. Okay, interesting. Kuwait does import, WGCC do both? Okay, this is an interesting thing. If I wanted to like prioritize doing certain kinds of work, that's really interesting. Let's keep that in mind. DLC browser. Fire machinery, Greek mythology pack. Greece, if I just want Greece. Eastern Europe, Italy, or Italia specifically. Scandinavia, the West Balkans. More France, I guess? Lots of interesting trailers. And of course, lots more customization, like a whole pack of cabin accessories. I might look into that later, actually. Window flags could be fire. If they have trans flags, might be a buy. Lots of paint jobs. Again, if we can get trans flag, that'd be huge. Could you imagine? We can get Irish. Huge. Modern lines paint jobs. Cool. There's a lot going on here. I don't see any trans colors though. This game is not woke. Thumbs down. Yeah, cool. I've never really looked at the DLC properly. You have some slight damage to the wheels. I'm not gonna bother repairing that. That's way too little going on. Okay. I think we're good for the night. We got a lot of good work done. I'm gonna save. I nearly forgot to save. Oh my god, profit over 7 days, 75 grand. Wow. Lots more to be made. All right, bada bing. Delightful. Very good. Right. I missed a whole bunch of stuff. Oops, sorry. I also do not have any intent to learn to drive. The main issue is simple America. Yeah, hate that. That sucks. Right now I'm in an area with a close convenience store and walking distance is 3 miles or roughly 5 kilometers away with no sidewalk. The road outside is a highway. That sounds about right. I just had a cloud error for Euro Truck Simulator. Try it again, I guess. Get trolled. Oh, they're bootleg IKEA's Ica. That's hilarious. I just feel making 2 hours of original country music. Oh, good grief. Woke game detector. Euro Truck Simulator 2. Slightly woke. Of course. Contains subtly pro-DEI message. Oh my god. The aspects of professionalism achievement requires having at least 10 male and 10 female drivers of max level in the player's company. Be fucking rich. Oh man. People who like blacklist woke games are denying themselves so many like simple joys. It's crazy. There are so many games that you could class as woke that like don't as you may think, like shove it in your face. Like they're just like fucking good games. You can get over yourself. It's crazy. I don't, in comparison, know of a whole lot of games that are like super right-wing that are like particularly fun to play. But yeah, anyways. There's literally a game where you try to guess what the woke game detector rated game. That's huge. See, that would probably be more fun than the people who are like subscribed to the woke game detector would play. I would guess. I would hazard a guess. I think it's called Is It Woke? That's hilarious. Right. Okay. We are done for the night. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope you have a lovely rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever it is you hail from. yeah, what are we doing rest of the week? We're doing Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds, Outer Wilds. I asked if we wanted to do Kerbal Space Program. I didn't really get a response on that. So another time. But it's all good. Everyone have a lovely have a lovely time. I am out. See you on Wednesday.